Good morning. My name is Chip Taylor, and I'm coming to you from Zalesy, Ukraine, which is in the southwest corner of the country. We're about 35 miles north of Kamenets-Podilsky in Menensky Oblast. And I am here on our farm, which we call your farm, because we produce organic vegetables and produce and a couple of other value-added products, and we do things the way that you would do it if you had your own farm. We've got about 5,000 square feet of greenhouse, heated grow rooms, and hot houses. We've got a handful of chickens. We've got a few pigs. I grow a variety of stuff. Your farm brings organic produce up to Kiev, over to Lviv, down to Kamenets-Podilsky, and then we ship some other stuff because we also have a company called Abuelo Salsa, and we produce authentic Mexican recipes, corn tortillas. I believe we're the only operation in Ukraine that actually makes their own corn masa, doing it the same way the Aztecs did it, boiling the corn in wood ash, and then we grind it by hand, that kind of stuff. And that's what we make our tortillas from. And then we produce an outstanding authentic Sonoran salsa. We make enchiladas, we make tortillas, we make tacos, we do a lot of stuff, and then we deliver these products to cities around Ukraine, specifically Kiev, but not exclusively. And then the whole purpose of all of this is that we are on the territory of the Catholic Church, and they have set up a alcohol and drug rehabilitation center and asked me to come and run it a few years ago. We've been here about 4 years now. And my background in the States was addiction counseling and trauma therapy, PTSD, that kind of stuff, plus the organic farming. And so when we came here, the church said, we're going to give you this facility, we're going to let you run it, but we can't pay you. And clearly your patients cannot pay you. And so what we had to do was figure out how to make a living on a small piece of acreage, which is one of the reasons I'm talking to you now. Because one of the things that we do here in this part of the country is that we teach other people how to take a small plot of land and actually generate an income from it. I follow people like Curtis Stone over in British Columbia, Richard Perkins up in Sweden, Elliot Coleman over in England, in the UK, and we use a lot of their techniques. We have to adopt some stuff here in Ukraine because of the weather conditions, plus our market is a little bit different than theirs. We don't necessarily have the ability to go to a farmer's market because of our product. There's not a lot of the locals who want arugula. A lot of people don't know what it is. Here locally in our village and in our oblast, most people want cabbage, potatoes, carrots, onions, garlic, beets. Those are the things necessary to make borscht. Well, we can't compete with the big commercial farmers producing potatoes. So we have to grow things that have a higher price, higher value, and are a quicker turnaround from the time you plant seed to the time you harvest. That plus we do, like I said, the value-added stuff. I grow habanero peppers, I grow jalapenos. We've got a few Carolina Reapers this year. We do a lot of Mexican food, and you can't just go down to the local market and buy habaneros. So you have to grow them yourself. That's a trick here in Ukraine. With it's not so much the cold as it is the lack of sunshine. And so we've had to adjust some of what we do. But what these videos are going to be is a way for you to understand what we do here in Ukraine and how it can be duplicated. Because one of the purposes of me being here is to help people, period. You know, whether it's with an addiction, whether it's with a family member who's suffering from addiction, whether it's from lack of employment or just lack of direction. And what we do is we show you opportunities, how to think outside the box, how to look at a situation and say, okay, I have these assets. What can I do with them? Not necessarily organic farming. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is look at your situation. How can I use this instead of waiting for someone to come along and rescue me? What can I do to change my situation? And most of the time when it's looked at it that way, there's an opportunity somewhere. Now, I'm coming to you on April 30th, 2020. We're under quarantine. And what's going to happen in the next couple of days is that we're still going to stay within the COVID-19 requirements for social distancing and that kind of stuff. But we're starting our deliveries again in Kiev on Monday and Tuesday, Tuesday being Cinco de Mayo. And so what we wanted to do was take today as a new start. We're breaking out of this situation, not breaking quarantine, not doing anything to risk anybody's health, including our own. But we're using this as a new start date. All right, here's the situation that we're in. What can we do? And what we can do is come to Kiev with all the health requirements, cautions that need to be made, and do our food deliveries like we did before, but with a few changes. You know, mask and gloves and hand sanitizer and social distancing and social restriction. We don't just go and hang around. We deliver our stuff. We go back home. Staying away from public transportation, that kind of stuff. So it's a new day for us. It's a new day for you too. If it is something that you are interested in, whether it's our products or our education or our therapy or any kind of questions that you might have, just contact me through either this page or if you need, we can arrange to meet with you and talk with you in Kiev personally or in Lviv or Kamenets-Podilsky or wherever it is that you are. I hope this is useful for you. If this is something you're interested in, you can subscribe on our Facebook channel and you can send me an email and Facebook message and we will get in touch with you. Thank you for your time.